Everybody, I'm Cheryl Jackson with What's the Tea. It's the top trending topics in America, and we're giving you the recap of 2018. Let's get started with the Stellar Awards. Praise 104.1 had our 5th nomination this year, so we were excited about that. But your girl got the Stellar Women of Gospel Award, and that is an award that's given to us from Central City Productions of the Stellar Awards, and also Toya Beasley, who actually gives this peer-to-peer award. It was so amazing. I was so honored, but yeah, kicked off the year like that. And in other news, Tasha Cobbs Leonard is the it girl for 2018. She kicked off her appearance on Good Morning America and of course released her record Heart, Passion, Pursuit. From that came 2 tours. She also released her eyewear line called Fritz Eyewear after her dad. And now she's embarking upon conferences. It's her first ever Heart, Passion, Pursuit conference that went forth, and she's topping the charts on Billboard for the top selling artist of the year. She's the it girl for 2018. Also in 2018, we lost 2 amazing icons. Edwin Hawkins is the father of contemporary gospel music. He passed away, of course, the brother of Walter Hawkins. You know the classic Oh Happy Day and a number of other classic songs that marked the tradition of contemporary gospel music for our format. We lost him. Aretha Franklin passed away this year as well. We lost her as an icon, and of course, her highest selling record ever, Amazing Grace, a gospel record. So all genres of music celebrated her, including the gospel community. And since her passing, Amazing Grace has hit #1 on Billboard. Folk have picked that record back up again. We celebrated her with a 3-day homegoing celebration, 3 clothing changes, and a 12-hour funeral service. Queen of Soul deserved that all. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. And of course, in big news, the royal family. We took some Black culture to the royal family. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry gets married, and they take Black culture there with Bishop Michael Curry, who does an amazing sermon on love. And then Karen Gibson and her choir in London brings gospel music and takes it all to church the way we do in Black culture. And in latest news, they are expecting their first child. Wendy Williams hits gospel royalty the wrong way. Another top story is her shading the Clark sisters. Gospel Twitter went off, including me. You can't shade the Clark sisters. You just can't do it. It caused her to go right back and do a public apology. Invited them on, but they've yet to go. Talk about gospel royalties. Yeah, do it when you're ready. Who would have thought Snoop Dogg, of all people, would release a gospel record? But listen, Snoop has released a gospel record. It's called The Bible of Love. It hit #1, stayed on the gospel charts at #1 for 20 consecutive weeks. And from this one record, he kicked off a brand new stage play called Redemption of a Dog, now working on a Netflix series, Redemption of a Dog, all centered around this one record, The Bible of Love. It is dope. 21 tracks of gospel music, including icons like the Clark sisters and Rance Allen and John P. Key and Marvin Sapp and the Marys. You get it. All star-studded, all gospel, Snoop's Bible of Love. Check it out for yourself. Another person you can see in the news for 2018, John Gray. Now, John Gray left, of course, Joel Osteen's church and on his game, began pastoring Relentless Church. But then everything came to a screeching halt when he was viewed with a number of Black pastors meeting with President Donald Trump about prison reform. Now, he didn't know what he was getting into. All he knew is that he wanted to support prison reform. So he went, and the Black Christian community went off. He began to try to explain that thing, and from there, everything he's done has been scrutinized. The latest thing is he and his wife, Aventure, celebrated 8 years of marriage. And again, the gospel community went off. Why? Because he gave his wife a Lamborghini. Folk are believing that this money may have come from the church, but John Gray, he has 4 television shows under his belt. He's got 3 seasons, now working on season 4 on his reality show on the OWN network, 2 books, publishing deals with music, and the such. He saved up for that. And so, yeah, we got to get off of Pastor John Gray, but he has been big news in 2018. Well, wedding bells were ringing for Michelle Williams, you know, of Destiny's Child. And in the gospel community, of course, because she put out several gospel records, and she's doing everything from Broadway, photo shoots, magazines. She has her own linen line, and she introduced her beau, who is Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson is a athletic chaplain for the NFL, and they met when he did his conference in Arizona. They got engaged. It was big news, and then she called off the engagement, checked herself into a mental facility, and that was also big news. Now, from that, she came back, and they got back together. Things were great. She put out a devotional. He proposed marriage to her. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. A reality show came out of it, Chad Loves Michelle, on the OWN network. Recently, she announced their relationship is off. Man, we were rooting for them, and I'm still believing God for them. I want them to be together. You know why? Because Chad loves Michelle. And in other news, Kirk Franklin announced his relationship with his father. Now, we know Kirk Franklin's history with his family. His mother literally abandoned him, and he was raised by his aunt. He took on his aunt's name, which is where Franklin comes from. He never had a relationship with his biological father. And recently, this year, he talked about rekindling a relationship or really getting to know his father. His father's family reached out to him. Unfortunately, his father was dying, which is why they thought it was important that Kirk Franklin had an opportunity to meet with him. Kirk met with him, forgave him for all the years that he wasn't a part of his life. And then weeks later, maybe 3 to 4 weeks later, his father passed away. But what a great message Kirk shared with the community about forgiveness. And even when his father passed away, he was so grateful that he had the opportunity to meet him. So hats off to Kirk Franklin for sharing that part of his life. And finally, in big news, Tyler Perry kills Madea. Really? Well, he announced that he's going to be killing her character off because he's ready to do more serious roles. And he's kicking that off with a stage play, of course, with Madea, and then a final film showing that it's Madea's funeral. So that's going to end the whole Madea saga and character. We're going to miss Madea, but we love serious Tyler Perry. And to cap off 2018, the top selling records, let's go from number 5. Number 5, Kirk Franklin produced a brand new gospel record for Tori Kelly, and Never Alone is at number 5. At number 4, Snoop's Bible of Love. Can you believe that? At number 3, Make Room, Jonathan McReynolds. At number 2, Wild Gospel 2018. And number 1, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Heart, Passion, Pursuit. Well, that's what happened in 2018. A lot of big stories. If you've missed any of these, of course, you could check it out on our website. It's at praisedc.com. Check out all of the trending topics with regards to our community. And yeah, that's what's the tea.